Welcome to Last Week in Warframe, a series where I keep you updated on the past week of Warframe, from announcements made by DE that don't necessarily warrant their own videos, to community fan art posts and updates. So without further ado, let's go over these announcements and news from the 10th to the 16th of February. So starting this week's episode off, we had the first weekend war, which was War on the Lancers. The community as a whole on each of the platforms completed the goal of killing the certain amount of Grenier Lancers, and we have unlocked a double affinity weekend on the 9th and 10th of March. Now don't forget, we will have a second weekend war, which will be on the 22nd of February at 2 PM Eastern Time, and that will be War on the Crewmen. You can get 10 Axii and 6 Relics, which will contain parts for Saren Prime, the Spira Prime, and the Nekana Prime, and we'll also have a chance at getting a double credit weekend launching on the 16th to 17th of March. Anyway, that does conclude that little section. We also had a post by DE Steve on the Warframe forums, which is titled Whiteboards, Roadmaps, and Update. Now, in this post, he does outline a bunch of content coming up in the future. Of course, we have already known this from the original roadmap in the first dev stream of 2019, but we have a bit of information on what's coming up in the upcoming weeks, and specifically the content inside of it. So next week, we will receive a developer workshop on Melee 3.0 Phase 1. We'll get diagrams, videos, and more information, probably all the stuff we've seen on Steve's Twitter, but we will go over Steve's Twitter within the developer tweets. We will also receive an extra developer workshop which will cover what's happening to alerts. For those unaware, the current alert system will be replaced with the Wolf of Saturn 6, and we will get more information within that developer workshop. Now, as for what's coming to PC in a mainline update soon, we will get Hildryn, the new upcoming Warframe, Melee 3.0 Phase 1, and the Exploiter Orb boss fight, and a bit more lore on the Deck 12 incident. Now, for PC players, we had Hotfix 24.2.15. Now, the unlisted addition within Hotfix 24.2.15 was updated audio to our scanners in our orbiter. You can hear a bunch of new interactions between the Grenier and the Corpus, but you will also, every now and then, get a bit of interaction between a new character, Nora Knight. Now, she is an unknown character as of recording this video, but you can hear the dialogue for that every now and then through your orbiter scanner, and of course it will have to be on to hear that dialogue. Now, as for the changes, they increased the chance of the Kavat scans yielding genetic codes to 25%, and they made the drop chance and resource boosters apply to all the scans that yield resources. They had also made numerous improvements towards AI navigation in the Grenier Forest tileset, and they also made a bunch of fixes. They fixed using transference while simultaneously being knocked down as a client, resulting in an inability to cast Warframe abilities, dodge, or use transference. They fixed the issue where rattles will become invulnerable if they were spawned from a Corpus Sniper Shadows of the Dead spawn. They fixed the Trailblazer K-Drive mod not functioning. They fixed the Quick Escape K-Drive mod, resulting in players taking massive damage upon crashing. They also fixed the 21:9 and 32:9 manual aspect ratio settings, and they fixed not being able to @ people in chat if their name included a full stop. Now, the creators out there, there is another For the Fans, By the Fans merch contest going on right now. It will end on the 7th of March, but if you do want to participate and hopefully get your designs as a bit of merchandise for Warframe, you can do so by going to the link in the description. All the information on the forum post will be there, as well as links to the challenge page and the requirements and guidelines. Now, for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players, you guys got update 24.2.12. This brought Tenogen round 14, as well as fixes to your controller responsiveness. Now, for those that participated in the Plenty of Servo Fish contest, that has now ended, and there are now 5 winners. So, first place went to Grenier Child, second place went to Zaya Darker, third place went to Clegog, and fourth place went to Quiet Archer, and fifth place went to Hawthorne. We also have another contest that's starting. That is the Venetian Carnival contest, where players can design and operate a mask that has a chance of being put into the game if you win. Now, what you need to do is simply just create your design for your operator mask and then submit it into the forum thread. There are, of course, rules. There's the 1 submission per player rule. Your artwork must be original and not taken from other sources. That's a given. Do not reserve posts in the forum thread. This means making a post and then adding your submission in at a later date. Only post the submissions in this thread. Submissions that do not follow these rules, of course, will be disqualified, and the big one, the winning submission becomes the property of Digital Extremes to be put into Warframe. Now, for prizes, first place will get their mask added into Nakut's shop, as well as 1,000 platinum. Second place will receive 1,000 platinum. Third place 750, fourth place 500, and fifth place 250. This contest will end at 1 PM Eastern Time on the 28th of February. Now, as for the developer tweets this week, the first tweet was DE George, giving us another preview of upcoming music for Warframe. I'm going to play that right now. DE Pablo follows by providing a preview of a work-in-progress updated Arcane screen for the continued rollout of UI 3.0. It also has a few new features. Before we get into Melee 3.0 and Phase 1 information, Steve tweeted out a preview of a bare-bones variation of a remaster for the Corpus Hacking. He has mentioned this beforehand, and in the tweet he does state that this version may feature randomized in and out nodes and other small variations to the hacking process. He also later commented that Ciphers will continue to work with this remaster to the system. Steve also posted a large number of videos about Melee 3.0 Phase 1, all of which are playing across your screen right now. Now, the information released alongside the videos followed. Steve was asked if it would still be possible to use the left mouse button as your melee strike, as the user asking the question is a pure melee player. Steve replied with the following: "Want to be honest with you, we're trying to blend away that melee is a mode, and not sure pure melee players is well served with this. It is different and fresh, and I will read and digest your feedback, and hope you'll find something to love in new polish and streamlining." Steve later followed this response up with a video and the following words: "Dev build. Blade and gun have merged. Aim or fire back to gun. Can aim glide gun. Firing finish with melee slam seamless. Can be mid-melee combo. Shotgun blast. Then resume the combo. Exalteds use this. No quick burst full stance. Always full. Fresh but requires a change of habits." He continues the thread with the following: "Sacrificed at the altar of streamlining. Block button. Blocking is now an automatic cone. Aim at the attacker and you will block. There is no separate melee mode with its separate button meanings. Our goal is to merge the power, gun, blade to bring them closer." In reply to this video's posting, a player asked if blocking is no longer binded to the right mouse button, and DE Rebecca commented with the following: "Blocking is automatic now when in melee mode. No longer keybound at all. Workshop in progress to cover this, as it changed pretty quickly this week." As for melee combos that require the blocking functionality, Steve replied to a player's concern, commenting that they'll be remapped to compensate. Now, for those wondering about the glaive and secondary functionality and how it will interact, tweeted in reply to someone asking about this, saying it's to be determined. Steve also stated that exalted melee items will have the new gun and melee mode applied to them. In two last tweets about Melee 3.0, Steve commented that they will be taking another week to work on changes, and in doing so, it also allows the effects team to work more on the effects of Melee 3.0 Phase 1. As for the final comment, a player asked for bayoneted weaponry with Melee 3.0, and Steve did reply with, "Don't expect this for 2.99998, but I will discuss with team." As for the final developer tweets, Steve did tease a possibly new landscape for Warframe, as well as providing 2 new screenshots for the Corpus Gas City remaster. As for the community fan art this week, we have 407 by Lynn Jocks, Neja Imperium by IronCan0133, Ivara Valentine's Day 2019 by Silfix, and His and Hers by Chicken Draws Dogs. Anyway, that does conclude this episode of Last Week in Warframe. If you found the video informative, make sure to leave a like. If you think I can improve upon the series in any way, shape or form, make sure to leave it in a comment down below. Also, if you want to get the glyph codes, they are available on your screen and from now on in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you missed out on last week's episode, make sure to click the annotation on the screen right now. It'll take you right to it. You can get up to date on all the information that was shared last week. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.